Hi YouTube, this is V. I just want to show you my new orchid. It's a peach beauty, peach color with the orange, deep orange yellowish lip with a hint of pink in the middle. I purchased this orchid about a week ago from Costco. I was shopping there and I walked past this magnificent orchid and I couldn't take my eyes off of it. And I couldn't resist its beauty, so I got it, despite the fact that I actually don't have much room in my house anymore for one more orchid. But I will make it work. So it's a really healthy plant. I was actually carrying it around Costco, as I was still doing my shopping, and a number of people commented on how beautiful this orchid is because of its color. I'm just really drawn to peach color flowers for some reason. But anyway, so the orchid has two spikes. One of the primary spike actually has a secondary spike. So this is the secondary. It does not have any bloom. It has buds on it. It does not have any blooms on it yet. And I guess, I don't know when, but one of the bud fell off. Yeah, it happened before I got home, so, but it's okay. The whole orchid is still intact. It's beautiful. And both of the primary canes are, still going on, developing, extending, and the buds look really healthy. So I'm really happy with this orchid, and the foliage look really healthy as well. It's a very lush green color. That means it has had ample lights. And looks like a mature plant because it has 8 leaves. See? Which is great. And the orchid, it was cheap too. For two primary spike orchid from Costco. And it also, when I got it, it also came with this pot. So a really heavy ceramic or whatever this is pot. So altogether, it was like only $15. I was like, why not? Sure, great deal. Anyways, the orchid comes in, it's potted in sphagnum moss, very tightly packed sphagnum moss. But there are a nice root growth going on in there, lots of new green tip, lots of growth activity of the roots. But I'm sure I will have to repot this because it's jam-packed actually with sphagnum moss. I like sphagnum moss, as I mentioned in other videos, that I use sphagnum moss extensively in growing my orchids because because I grow my orchids in the house and I don't have a greenhouse, and it's really difficult for me to keep on watering my orchids very often. So growing my orchids in sphagnum moss really helps me and saves me time. Because the moss is able to retain enough moisture in itself that is able to sustain the moisture level for a longer period of time, so I don't have to keep watering my orchids. Plus I'm in school, I don't have that much time, So yeah, but I do have to repot this guy despite the fact that it's in moss, because the moss is tacked really tight. As those of you who buy your orchids from the big box stores might know, that they tend to come in with potted in tightly packed sphagnum moss. I think one of the reasons is because most of these orchids come from Taiwan as one of the supplier. And with the long transportation, they need to retain the moisture for the orchids, so they packed it very tightly in a sphagnum moss. I think it's probably meant to be repotted when you get it home, because why would you need such moisture retaining ability? Since if you're home, in a home environment, you're able to water it often. So yeah, so I would definitely repot this, and it's looking very healthy. I have not made a video on repotting my orchids. I will try, because I'm using my iPhone to make these videos, and I haven't figured out a way to repot my orchids and holding on to my camera at the same time, since I only have 2 hands. I do have a video cam. Maybe I'll use that one. But if you are going to pot it in sphagnum moss, I do recommend, highly recommend, that you do not pack your sphagnum moss. You just kind of lightly put it in there, and that's it. And make sure your container has many air holes, because orchid roots, as you know, needs air circulation. Otherwise they will suffocate and die, and then that will be the end of the orchid. So yeah, that's my new orchid. And just a quick update. This is the little white orchids, the fragrant orchids with the little scars on the leaf. It's doing very good. It's doing well. It's got one more bud to open. Oh, and then I have another orchid here that I would like to show you. Ta-da! This is a beauty too. I'm not sure the name of this orchid. I have this orchid for probably 3-4 years already. So there's one primary spike, and this is the secondary spike. It's very cute. See? It's kind of like it has a greenish yellow background with highlighter purple of the lip and a hint of purple in the middle, in the center. And I have this potted in sphagnum moss and bark. Yeah, I mean, this orchid, I actually forgotten what this orchid looks like because it didn't bloom for me last year. So I'm really happy to see this guy blooming, because it is beautiful, and I think this orchid should show off its beauty. Yep, so I have a lot of blooms going on in the house. So this is the setup I have. See, that's my TV with lots of orchids, and then this is by the window, and then moving over here, I have more right next to my sofa. So yes, I'm enjoying my orchids right now. It is summertime, it's springtime, and it's blooming in the house. Right, thank you very much. Enjoy, and please subscribe if you like my videos. Thank you.